Hey beer tubers, Ryan back with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Another just scorching hot day here in San Diego. I got this beer from my cousin. He requested for me to review it, and that's from Boston Beer Company. And this is the Samuel Adams Imperial White from Sam Adams Imperial series. This is their wit beer. It's a big wit beer. It's 10.3% alcohol by volume, so it's even bigger than the brewery's Imperial Wit. Which is another Imperial Wit beer I had. There might be another one, I can't quite remember. But it's definitely a style you see a little bit now. The one I really want to try is from Boulevard, and their Imperial Wit. And this is a wheat beer, so let's get that yeast poured in. Assuming it is bottle conditioned, maybe it's not. Okay, I shook that up pretty good, so it pours a really nice, consistent, frothy head on there. It's slightly off-white, it has a little yellow tinge to it. The beer itself is not very hazy. I maybe see a little bit of yeast on there, not a whole lot of yeast in the bottle. Pours a little darker than most wit beers, maybe that's because it's imperialized. It's more on the golden color than wit beers typically are really light straw colors. This one's definitely a deeper kind of golden color. Let's get the aroma on it. Definitely get some spice notes from the yeast. They're using orange peel and coriander in there, so you get some citrus notes. Getting like a lot of lemon, kind of lemongrass note, probably coming from that coriander. It almost has like an earthy, like almost like a root beer kind of character on there, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if that's maybe some hops coming through or what. I poured so much head, so I don't know how much malt. I'm not getting that typical wheat smell. Maybe that's where it's coming from. Maybe it's kind of the wheat and the malt. Maybe. Oh, pretty interesting. Not quite what I was expecting on the nose, but let's give this thing a try. Cheers. Oh, that's very interesting. Wow, the mouthfeel is so much heavier than what you're used to on a typical wit beer. 11.3%. Definitely get some of that in the back end. I'm used to wit beers being anywhere from really light bodied to maybe medium light. This one almost goes beyond medium. It's kind of got a sticky kind of sweetness from it. Up front I get a little bit of bitterness. Then I get that same flavor I was getting on that nose, that almost kind of like a root beer note to it, which is kind of interesting. I don't know, it's sort of ginger-esque too in that respect, but not very gingery. I don't know, I'm not getting the big orange notes that I kind of expect on a lot of wit beers, but it does finish with a little bit of spice from the yeast and some kind of lemonish citrusy notes from the coriander. It's really thick though. It's not very refreshing. I was hoping it was going to be a little more refreshing than it is. It's got some sweetness up front from the malt, kind of big breadiness, and some of that kind of unique flavor that I'm trying to figure out what exactly that is. And then it finishes pretty nice and dry and clean. It's just not quite as refreshing as it could be because it's kind of like syrupy thick with that kind of alcohol on the back end. Oh, I know what it is. It's almost like a vanilla note now that I'm thinking about it. Almost like a cream soda vanilla note, if that makes any sense. That's kind of what I'm getting. It's very kind of odd. I know a lot of people think some wit beers kind of have like a soapy kind of characteristic to it. This one doesn't quite have that, but it kind of goes into that kind of vanilla, kind of cream soda like taste on the flavor. I wish it had more orange coming through and it was maybe like a little lighter in color. Seems like maybe they're using a little too much dark malts in it that kind of goes towards those flavors. Yeah, I'm just not getting that wheat character that I really like in wit beers. So yeah, I'm gonna go C with this one. I think it's pretty average. I was hoping to be more refreshing for a wit beer. It does have some unique flavors to it, so we'll give it credit to that. And it even makes a point in the back that this is a truly unique brew. I do agree with Jim Cook there at Sam Adams. This is unique. It's just not quite to my taste. Especially some of the other, especially the brewery's Imperial Wit Beer. That was more like, okay, this is a bigger wit beer, but you still don't quite taste the alcohol. This one, I'm still getting some alcohol in the back end. It's unique. Give it a try if you want. I know my cousin likes it way more than I do, so he'll probably be upset actually that I'm giving this thing a C. But I haven't planned on doing really any Samuel Adams beers, but I figure, oh, the Imperial series seems kind of unique, so I might be doing more of the Sam Adams Imperial series. But that's going to wrap it up for the Imperial Wit. And comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another beer review. Cheers.